or go to my page instead.
Yeah. Now I can see you.
Okay, send. Hi everyone on YouTube and Instagram. Good evening. This is Ginni Aneja, and this here is Neetta Karkhanis. Please welcome her. She is here to talk about. I cannot accept you, Neeta. She is here. Well, basically, we are here to talk about crystals. And she, being a crystal healer, accept the Insta invite, is going to explain to us how they are helpful, how we can use it as an alternative therapy, how it is used for healing, and what kind of crystals there are, and well, a whole lot of questions, which y'all can ask once I'm done with my questions. So, Geeta, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay.
Your voice is echoing.
So is it still echoing?
Yeah.
So what is the remedy for that?
Uh, you have to put Insta on mute. Mute as in the mic should be on, but the mic, the speaker should be off.
Fine. Okay. So now I can hear you on Insta.
Yes.
Okay. Hello guys. My name
All
is
right.
Neetta Karkhanis. Am I clear?
Yes.
Okay. Um, I'm an energy healer. I work with different modalities like uh, Reiki, Theta, light language, shamanism, and mineral world, which is the stones and the crystals that you see around us. And here today we're going to talk with Guinea about different types of minerals that we have on Earth.
Okay. So,
So,
what are crystals? Why do you call them minerals? Where are they found? What is it about?
um crystals are basically they're type of stones, and they're actually minerals, types of stones and minerals that are found all over the world, and it comes from Earth, and they are a product of different types of minerals that are uh, different types of chemicals and minerals that come together. Like if you have H2O, if you join H2 and O2, you get water. The same
Hmm.
also if you have different types of chemicals that come together, you have different types of crystals that are formed, and different colors that are formed. So even diamonds, if you have some have charcoal in it, so they become black, or if you have some other minerals in it, they get that color.
Color.
So that's how they're formed.
Okay. And how are they different from the semi-precious or the precious stones? How are these crystals different from like rubies, emeralds, diamonds? You just spoke about it. How are these crystals that you use for healing or therapy different from that?
Okay, so semi-precious stones are basically found in these same rocks. So I could say that the crystals are the origin of semi-precious stones. So you have
Oh,
rubies, and you have emeralds, and you have what else?
sapphire.
Topaz. Sapphire also in raw form, and you also get them as tumble stones, and later on they are polished and they become your semi-precious stones.
Okay. And there is also cat's eye, tiger's eye, and all of these, which amethyst, which are used for jewelry. Even those are crystals, right?
Yes, they are used, like sometimes they're polished and they're used as crystals, and at times they're used as raw also, but they have
Okay.
the same properties.
So basically, how many kinds of crystals do you think are there?
Oh, there are thousands and thousands of types of crystals. Even in
Okay.
one type, like even in an amethyst, you would have 10 to 20 types of amethyst. So we really can't. I mean, I would not know the number of types of crystals that are there in this world.
Where are they found in this world? Like, I mean, earlier, 10 or 20 years back, maybe we had never heard about crystals. And suddenly there's crystals all over the market. Everyone's wearing it, everyone's talking about it.
Uh, as as you know that minerals are found all over the world, so I think the 20 or 30 years ago they were not mined all over, so wherever they were mined, you felt that it was only found there. But as the years have gone by, there is more mining happening. Like I remember 25 years ago we would have we would have clusters and clear crystals and amethysts that came only from the Himalayas, but now you can find it in Gujarat, then you find it in Maharashtra also. So also it is to come only from Brazil or from Africa or from Australia, but now they're mined in a lot of continents. So wherever they're mined, you'll find crystals.
So, are certain kinds of crystals found more in a certain place and then exported or imported, or are all these crystals found everywhere and anywhere?
No. Certain types are found in certain areas. It's like the kind of soil that we have and the kind of vegetation that we have. The different continents have it. So, what is probably found in Brazil might not be found in Australia because the kind of climate that they have, the soil is different. So, all are not found everywhere. And even if it's the same thing that's found, there'll be a difference in the coloring. Like we have rose
Probably.
quartz and we have rose quartz that comes also from other countries, but our rose quartz is lighter in color and theirs is
Okay.
more brighter.
Okay. Somebody is asking AJ that do crystals have any correlation with zodiacs, with the zodiac sign?
Uh, well, I feel that I would say that they have energy, and we seem in today's world trying to combine astrology with zodiacs, with your Reiki, with your chakra. So everything at some point is intermingled because it's all energy at the end of it. Yes, because based on color, maybe they would have they would be given a chakra, and they would be given an astrological science also because that
Okay.
sells better.
So suddenly, what happened that crystals have become so popular in the last decade? Where suddenly, why is everyone talking about it, using it for healing? Like somebody just asked, is crystal used for stress, relieving stress, and also where did all this healing and therapy come from?
It is basically because the energy of the planet has changed. I mean, it's all we all know that all living beings, um, anything that has life and which doesn't have life also has some sort of energy attached to it. So the energy in the last 10 to 15 years has changed, of the earth has changed. So we are actually moving from a third dimensional planet to a fifth dimensional planet. So there's more awareness. You could see that there is more healers that have sprouted everywhere like mushrooms. And
Okay,
then you
one
have
sec. One sec. I want to cut you there. What do you mean by third dimensional and fifth dimensional? Can you explain to these people?
Uh, well, we like Earth is a planet that's part of the galaxy, and the galaxy is functioning at the 12th dimension and beyond. But we, as the Earthlings, we are only uh, been in the third dimension for so many years, and now we are our energy of the whole planet as such is advancing towards a fifth dimension. I mean, 12th dimension is our goal. So when we go from the third to the fifth dimension, the energy is increasing. So how will the energy of the planet increase? It's only when the inhabitants of that planet, they would increase up their energy, and that's when you would go up to the fifth dimension. That is called ascension. So when you're ascending, you're going to have energy of all sorts, and it's going to be awareness, it's going to be calamities, it's going to be, there's going to be like something like aware, for awareness you need something wrong to happen also, and there's going to be a sort of a balance between the good and the bad, with the black and the white. And so that's how we are ascending today. So when the energy ascends, you're going to have people believe more in crystals and healing and reiki and astrology and everything else. So
Somebody on Insta is asking a question.
yeah.
Uh, okay. What is an amethyst bracelet for and how to energize it? Shalini, we'll take that question a little later towards the end because she's going to be talking about a lot of other crystals and she will explain that. So, how exactly do crystals help in ascension or healing or therapy?
Okay, ascension is a word that has been widely abused in today's age. Like if you're angry at somebody, will say, "Oh, I'm ascending to my spiritual goals, so my anger is justified." So, without taking the ascension, let's take the ascension word out of it. We'll just concentrate on the energy part of it. So everything, as we said, has energy. So also any inanimate thing also has energy. So something that's breathing, like plants and minerals, and so that's how we speak of crystals today. They also have energy, and they affect that energy. So most of it gives us good vibes. So if we have to increase our vibes and we have to increase our energy, so that's how we have started using things like
Crystals.
rose quartz. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And but you said that they have energy, but how do they help? What do they do? Is what I'm trying to ask.
Every crystal has about they have different properties. So like for us, because to make that, there are different types of chemicals that have gone into it. So that's how. So like say right now here we have, this is like a clear quartz, and this is so this would be different from a rose quartz. The
Can't
rose
see it.
quartz is
Can't. Huh. Little this side. This side. This side.
this
This
side.
side.
Okay, I'm okay. No, two. I don't know which camera I should be doing. Okay, this is a rose quartz. This is a rose quartz. Okay,
Hmm.
there are two
Yeah.
cameras. I'm not
Yeah.
used to these two cameras. This is a clear quartz, and so this is a clear quartz. So when we're dealing with this would have a different energy, as would rose quartz have a different energy, and both are needed for mankind. Maybe some need this and some need the other. So if
How?
you're saying how they will help us, would be like if this has a property of a manifester, or as a master healer, and as an amplifier. So if you want to use this to amplify something, then you can use this. But if you want to like have other properties, then you have to choose your crystals accordingly.
How
So
do
this
you?
has that energy.
Okay. How do you decide who needs which crystal or what to use it for?
How do I decide? I mean, I would,
Or
if
how would
I have,
anybody decide? Anybody.
okay, okay, I would feel that the right way to decide which crystal is meant for you, to see what is your issue that you want to deal with, and then go about seeing the properties, because each crystal would have at least minimum 50 to 100 properties. So if you choose one, and if that agrees with your energy, like this might agree with my energy, and Guinea, it might not agree with your energy. So just because I read it on the web or on online that this brings me um, abundance, it doesn't necessarily mean that it will get me abundance. So you have to sort of balance it somewhere. You have to read the properties, and you have to see how your energy interacts with that energy.
Okay, somebody is asking how do you uh, uh, differentiate whether or find out whether a crystal is original or man-made or not original. Like crystals are available on Amazon and Bangkok. They even make fake precious stones. So crystals, precious stones, everything. So how do you find that out?
Well, I really am not an expert on precious stones, so I can't speak for that. But a crystal, when you just handle one, you know that this is genuine. If it's plastic or it's glass, then you would know. I think that just comes from experience. And yes, Amazon also sells. I'm not saying that they are bad or they are not good. But maybe if they're going to sell it to you at that cheaper price, either they've got uh, they've got a cheaper variety, because in everything you have an A grade, a single star, a two star, a three star. So so that's how it goes. So for a common man, it does get difficult to differentiate um, between a star grade or a lower grade. But yes, you can differentiate if you have two crystals together. I don't have a fake one to show you today, but you can know that this is fake and this is glass. You you can know that.
Oh, I've never seen I don't know if I've seen a fake crystal, but Bangkok and a lot of China and Hong Kong, it seems they make pebbles. That pebbles, it's called pebbles, right?
Yeah.
But what are those pebbles? So they make a
No,
lot
you
of
call
those
you mean the
class,
ones which come on the clusters.
not the
No,
clusters,
the
those
ones
small
that come
round
on
ones.
strings. You mean
No, the
the
small round
tumbles,
ones, tumbles. Sorry,
tumbles.
not pebbles, it's tumbles. So you get a lot of them in the market. I mean, you go to Irla, you'll find alpha full of it, but you don't know whether that's original or not. And they're
Yeah,
making
true.
it.
That's yeah. But you see tumbles, like, see, like I have these in my hand. Can you see that?
No, can't go far.
Okay,
Hold it
okay.
like that.
Like tumbles, like
Yeah,
these.
yeah.
The these are like carnelian and yellow jasper. Okay, so
Okay.
these are basically made from leftover. Like if they're going to carve a huge piece like this, so then you would have something that comes off. So you have chips also that come off, which is like just so tiny, which they use, and you would have tumbles also.
For
So
jewelry also.
what you're saying is that comes from China, is that they probably just get fake glass and then they color it. So that's how you have, so so that's how you would have a bracelet like this, and you use it for 24/7 for say a week, and then you'll start seeing it being faded, or you'll see start the color coming off. So I think one just learns it with practice, and
Okay.
you always don't get value for money. I mean, there's
Somebody has posted a question. What if some rose quartz are lying at home for few years that we got
what
for
is
some
it?
other
Sorry, I
person?
didn't get it. What if?
What if some rose quartz are lying at home for a few years that we got
Yeah.
for some other person who's left the house now? What do you do with that?
So you want to use it, you just get it cleansed and purified, and you start using it. Just because it's lying in your house for a long time, it doesn't mean that it's of no use.
Okay. And how do you energize a crystal?
Okay, first you take a crystal and you would cleanse it. So you cleanse it by washing it in water,
Hmm.
in salt water, but not all of them can be used in salt water. Like something like a selenite would actually lose its luster and it will start dissolving. So you can't use selenite. So that you can use it under running water, and then you can purify it by just smudging it with some sage, and put your intention into it, that you're going to have this crystal um, heal your this particular part of your life, or it's going to protect you, and then it starts working. It's You just use your intention.
Okay. Somebody has a question. Do crystals disappear when their job is over in one's life? I lost Metatron's clear crystal cube within 2 weeks of buying it. Is this true?
Yes, they do disappear. They disappear, and sometimes they come back also. it's a saying. It is a belief that they go to. Sometimes they go to do the work that was meant for you, so they disappear, and they if it's meant to come back into your life, then it comes back also. Like I've misplaced crystal in hotel rooms, and then I say, oh my god, it's not there. I've searched the whole room, it's not there, and then few days later I find it in my room, in my home. So it's true that they do go away, and if it's not meant for you or that work is done, then they just disappear forever.
Yeah,
But
that's the
yes,
same story with precious stones that we wear in jewelry. That's what
yes,
happens. If its work is over, it will just fall off,
yeah,
and
yes.
then you're not supposed to wear it again. So somebody on Instagram is asking that diamonds are very unlucky for me, and they tend to fall off, uh, or they're unlucky. So there is somebody who asked me last time that my diamonds keep falling off, and this person says that they're unlucky. Now, I don't know what he means by unlucky, but what do you have to say about that?
So I would say that change your belief, because if you change your belief that that they are unlucky for you, then they would not fall off. But since that is going to take a different route, I mean a different healing route. So best thing is don't wear it. Then if you are so convinced it's unlucky for you, then why are you still wearing it? And stop wearing it and wear something else. And if you love diamonds so much, then get rid of that subconscious belief.
Yeah, like we were talking about it, that it's all about your belief system, basically.
Yes, it is.
So, somebody also said crystals grow or they break. Like we're talking about losing crystals and all that. So they also grow and they break.
Yes, they break. I mean, I would first take your the latter part of your statement. It says that they break. So this is the same reason why they disappear. Okay, so they disappear because their work is done, and or maybe they've gone to do some work, and they break because again their work is done, or maybe they've taken away some bad energy that was to come onto you, and so you should be happy that it is broken. And they grow, yes, like if you have a cluster, like I don't know where I kept that cluster. I think it's right
I
here.
think there's one behind you.
No, yeah, there is one, but I can't lift that. This is the
Yeah,
one. This is like a
just turn
clear.
your camera. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
okay.
Yeah, that's a
So
beautiful
this will
cluster.
grow if you actually monitor it. You'll have these small things that come up, because this cluster is also called a family, and the family keeps on growing. So you will see small things come up. You give it love and you have an intention that I want to see it grow, and you will actually see after some time some little babies have cropped up on it.
Wow, really? So I have had a crystal cluster, I think, for last 20 years.
Okay.
And I have never known about crystals. I've been picking up crystals from wherever I go because I like them. I get attracted to them, and it's like they call out to me and they tell me, pick me up or take me home. So I just can't, keep myself from doing that.
That's the
All
best way
these
to
years,
choose them.
yeah. And I have noticed after so many years that that crystal cluster, which was white or which was translucent, suddenly had multiple colors shining in that, like a rainbow.
Yeah.
And I was completely shocked. It it's just happened. So why does that happen?
So maybe there's some energy change in your room, or in the way that whoever was in that space, and so that's how they must have changed. Or maybe there's something nice happening and they reflected that happiness into them. It's the same way as we glow when we have happiness, happy things happening in our lives. So that's how it
Right.
is. So
So they're
that's how you know they have life.
so they're trying to tell me that we are happy. Somebody
Yes,
is asking, do they have side effects?
yes, they would have side effects also if we do
Oh,
not choose them correctly, or if we just we choose them based on based on social media today. Okay, so let me tell you an example. Like I know of somebody who who just read everywhere, and you have so many people who are selling you. Amazon is also selling you, and others social sites are also selling you, and so also people on these social sites are selling you. So it doesn't mean that, say for instance, let me see if I have a tiger's eye here. Okay, so this one is a tiger's eye. This one. I'll
Can't
see
see
if I
on
have a
YouTube.
piece here.
Can't see on YouTube.
I have this. These are tiger's eye. These are tiger's eye.
Show here also. YouTube. थोड़ा दूर
These
पकड़.
are tigers. Achha, these are
Yeah.
tigers.
That goldenish brownish thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it has that sheen on it. Okay, so
Yeah.
everybody feels that tiger's eye is very good, and it gives you confidence, and it gives you that
Protection.
vitality and things like that. So everyone wears a tiger's eye. But if you are yourself an extrovert person and you start wearing a tiger's eye, it will make you more aggressive. So instead of the confidence, you will come out as a dominating person, and then you'll start getting angrier and more aggressive. So you everybody can't wear tiger's eye. Yes, though it's
I
an
definitely
excellent
should
stone.
not wear.
So what you can do is one can keep that in the space. I don't mean tumbles, but you could buy something that's raw, like a raw
Hmm.
tiger's eye,
Hmm.
and or something like that, and keep it in your space, and not wear it on your skin. So yes, it can have side effects also. Or if you take an amplifier, this one, like it's an
Okay.
amplifier.
Uh-huh.
So this will amplify. It's also called as a master crystal. So this will amplify whatever is happening. So if someone wants to get treated with cancer, and if you use this, it's going to amplify what you have. So how is that going to help? So then there we say that the healer has told me to use something wrong, or maybe so that's where things go wrong. So you don't use
Ah.
it in all situations.
Somebody is asking which crystal to be used for getting married soon.
Um, there's a combination of crystal for that. There's not one. There's not just one. You use a combination of that. Is this hung by any chance? It's Insta,
Uh, no, I can
because
see
I
it.
can't hear you there.
Um, it doesn't matter. You're hearing me on this. That's okay. As long as the people on Insta can hear me, that is more important. Will somebody tell me if you can hear me, guys? Okay, so is there a specific crystal for shadow work and inner child healing? Also for womb healing, specifically to heal maternal ancestral trauma. This is a very important one.
Yeah, if you're talking of healing inner child, also it would be a different crystal for each person. So, inner child for someone would be healing grief. For somebody else, it could be healing guilt. For someone else, it could be abuse. So, it can't be one crystal for that. So, you're not healing the inner child, you're healing the root cause of what's happened to the inner child. So it goes that way. So you would have something like this, which is like a raw black tourmaline with
Hmm.
mica in it, which basically is used for ancestral healing, which is used for grounding, for removing negativity also. This doesn't have any side effects because this just reflects energy. Yeah, but I wouldn't advise wearing this on your body, because then you're going to attract energy to be repelled. So you're going to go through that emotion. Yeah.
I was just wearing it.
But does it affect you?
I don't
So
know. I
remove
just
it and
wear
see
it
what
because
happens. No, remove it and see what happens.
no, I mean I had removed it yesterday and I just wore it just now. So I keep removing and wearing. So I don't know. It doesn't. I wear these things because I like them.
Okay.
And when you said that it helps in grounding, so all the more better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. Somebody is asking where to buy proper ones. So
But there's so many people who are well. You could buy it from me also,
hmm.
but there are a lot of people, genuine ones also, who are dealing with it. You have a lot of people who today, even on lots of WhatsApp group also, are selling some uh, excellent pieces, some exquisite pieces of
Mhm.
raw crystal and of tumbles also and polished ones also. So there is no dearth of crystal today.
But how do you decide whether you need a tumble or a cluster or a rock or a polished or a carved? How do you decide that?
Okay, so if you are, say, if you're wearing a jewelry, then that's based on everyone's choice what they want to wear. So, and if you're going to wear a bracelet, say for instance, somebody just asked what is it for to get married, so that though you will have to wear a bracelet. Yeah, yours is done very exquisitely. I love that. But then
Like,
most of the times you make bracelets like this, like these. See, like these.
yeah, yeah,
Can you see them here?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So this is a money magnet one, which has like a combination of bracelets. The same would go for the person who's asked how to get married and when to get married. So that this is for the chakra. Okay. So when you have specific things like this, then you use it as a jewelry. But when you have something like, say, you want protection, or you want your um, uh, you want to stop negativity in your house, then you have to use like a big one in your, then you can't use a tumble like this. It's like too small to remove the negativity in your space and in your entire room. Yeah, however
Okay.
good the tumble might be, that small thing is not enough. So you could use this like a huge one, or you could have someone make a grid for you, and which is very specifically done for issues that concern you.
What do you mean by a grid? I
A
think you sent
grid
me some
is,
pictures, right?
yeah.
Uh, Let me see if I can download it and share the screen with you all. So, meanwhile, you continue and
Okay,
speak about what a grid is.
grid
And
is basically a combination of um frequencies, and so you it's usually made in a pattern. I use yantras because I've seen that it works superbly. I use yantras of different types, but most often people use like a pattern, like a synchronized pattern. It could be like a, it could be like the flower of life, or and a Metatron cube, and you put combination of frequencies in it. So you put like these small crystals on it, like maybe sometimes it's like this, like they are like double
yeah, but
double double edged
what
ones.
what makes a grid so important or powerful, or to manifest your wishes or whatever?
It's like a
What makes
portal.
it?
It's like an energy portal. So why do you have energy portals? From where you get energy and from where um, you can send energies. It's like sending a message to the higher up, and you use different type of frequencies, and then you like fine tune it, and you fine tune it to what you want, or the person for whom you're doing it, and it's usually then given it to that person. I think I sent you a picture of few which
Yeah,
one of which I have in my
I
house.
was trying to do that, but I really don't know how to. Uh,
I
okay,
don't
I don't
have
know how
one
to.
here. Otherwise, I
I don't
would
know
have
how
shown.
to share. One sec, share screen. Okay, I can share a screen here. Wait, hold on. Uh, I'll try. I'll try. Meanwhile, Neeta, there's a question on the screen. Can you just attend to that?
It says can't
How
hear you.
how small? No, it says how small or big. One sec. I'll
It
have to
says
close this
can't
house.
hear. They can't hear me.
They can't hear you. Who says can't
Yeah,
hear?
this is in that.
Instagram.
Yeah,
What are you talking? Uh,
because I told you you were can't hear Neeta. They can't hear me.
I can't hear you.
Ha.
Can't hear you. But I am on the mic. My mic is on, so they should
So
be
they
able to
can
hear.
hear you and they can't hear me, I think.
So have you put some? Uh,
Nothing.
I think they've lost you. I think because you're not visible on Instagram. I can't see you.
Okay,
Okay,
so let's
I'm switching. Okay, you come back.
can't hear you, Guinea also.
Can hear you, Ginni.
Can hear
Can't
you,
hear
Guinea.
Nita. So just try saying
Neeta,
something.
unmute yourself, but I'm not mute. I'm not muted myself.
Oh, I'm so sorry. How big or small should your healing crystals be to be even slightly effective? Is there a way to make sure your crystals are what their sellers claim they are?
Sorry, I didn't get the question, Guinea. What did you say?
How do you decide how big or small the crystal you need to buy? I think you just explained that, right?
Yeah.
And how do you make sure the crystals are what the sellers claim? No, we'll come to that question about how you decide which crystal should be used by someone. Meanwhile, somebody says that they're facing depression. Is it possible for you to help them, or do crystals help?
Yes, it does. It does help, but I would suggest कि instead of just wearing a crystal or putting one in your space, you first do a scan as to why do you have depression. There could be many causes for depression. It's like saying that you have a headache and you just pop a paracetamol, but headaches can be of different types. So it could be because you've been out in the sun, or maybe or maybe you need a cup of tea, or maybe you've been working too hard, or maybe you're not eaten. So for all, you can't pop a paracetamol. So that's how it is. Maybe the person can do an energy scan, and then you could give that person something to um, get the depression away.
They
Okay,
can't
I'm
hear
not on
you.
your Insta.
You're not okay. I'm going to put it. Cut that and then you join again. Okay.
Okay.
Hold on, guys. Oh, okay. You send an invite. There are crystals for wealth also, they're asking.
Okay,
Are
now
there
am I there?
crystals? No, you're not there. I just removed you.
Okay.
And I'm sending you a request to go live. Just check if your volume is full so that you're not mute.
And
And
now can you hear me?
can y'all hear her now? Okay, next time I'm not going to do Insta or Facebook or anything. It just YouTube is fine. Somebody is asking any specific direction to keep a wealth crystal.
Specific direction for, I think we're just getting involved in. Yeah, what did you say?
Specific direction to keep a wealth crystal or any crystal.
Yes, I mean, there are many crystals for wealth, but the most commonly used is a citrine. So you can keep it at the as you enter. You could keep it to the of far left corner.
I didn't know that. I've kept my citrines in the bathroom.
So you'll have an abundant shower there. Not a
I
problem.
do. I do. Trust me, I do. Okay, how do you make crystals more powerful?
You make crystals more powerful. It's at the end of it, it's just energy. So when you use it, you make it more powerful. When you use the right energy, I actually have a small citrine which I wanted to show. Like these are tumbles. these are tumbles ones. Okay, these are tumbles. These are citrine tumbles, and I have one, but I'll have to get up for that to show that when you use it, it's actually started glowing yellow. So it means, and it's a small piece that I carry with me, on me. So so it means it's working for you. So how do you make it powerful? Either you use a clear quartz with it, which amplifies it, or you make it in a combination with others. Like I have a money magnet here, which has got six types of um, various crystal,
Okay.
and
Okay. One sec. When you say a money magnet, so
yeah.
just wearing a bracelet of a money magnet helps bring
Yes,
abundance.
it does. It does because you're using you. Yeah, if you decide it's not going to work for you, it's not going to work for you. So at the end of it, who is the energy portal? It's us. We are the energy portal. If you're going to say this is not going to work for me, it will never work for you. Yeah. So we are the antenna on which we use all these other. Um, is somebody saying they can't hear me still?
No.
Acha.
Meena said that yes, you can. Uh,
Okay, fine.
Shalu also said yes. I don't know. Okay. So, uh, so supposing somebody comes to you, okay?
Yeah.
I supposing somebody says I'm single and I'm looking for love in life, or I'm looking for a job in life, or I need to balance my life. There's this something missing in my life. How do you like? How do you go about this?
Okay, so somebody says that they need love in their life. The most common thing that a person would wear would be a rose quartz, or you would wear a, like I'm wearing a rhodonite, um, which is not mostly used by other people for love, but I use that for love. And when you say love, it's actually self love. So the love starts from within. Like you remember, I told you we are the antenna, and we are the portal, and everything begins from us. So when you start wearing a rose quartz, you start feeling the love within yourself for yourself, and then that's when you start attracting people. But I
I
would also suggest for someone to wear a rose quartz, and also to drink rose quartz water, but to use tumbles. You do not use a raw rose quartz. Like you do
I
not
was just
use
coming to
a
that.
raw rose quartz like this to drink water, because that's a precaution that you take, that these edges will go into the water and it might harm your insides, and
What
like
about
it
a
might
pillar or a pyramid?
to put into the water, then you'll need a big base of water, na? So you just
No.
put few
Supposing
tumbles
there's
into it.
a tiny wand or a pyramid or a pillar. What about a tiny one?
Yeah, you could put that into your into the water
Container.
water bowl or a
Container.
water container, and so you drink that water, you wear it, you have it in your space, and you'll start seeing changes in you. That's for love,
Okay. And
and that's basically for relationships. When we say love, I mean for relationships. Okay.
is there something like you should not use two kinds of crystals together, or there are certain crystals which may not work if you use them together, something like that?
um as I said, there's actually energies, like your energies that match with the crystal. Somebody might like to wear a turquoise, but for other people, the turquoise, like I have a raw turquoise. I don't have a large piece with me now to show, so it might not agree with them, and they might fall sick, or they might have mishaps happening to them. So then it doesn't work for them. So it's
Hmm.
basically, though I would not say it's a trial and error, but you see what energies work with you, and you move along with that.
Okay. What is the crystal for mental peace?
For mental peace, there I just held it in my hand. This is a jade. You can use a jade to be to have mental peace. This also gives you a sort of abundance. Um, an abundance of peace, of happiness. It gives you generosity as well, and it gives you dreams too. But for peace, yes, you can wear a jade, or you can wear an ammonite also. This is an ammonite, and it's a calming crystal, so it gives you
Okay.
peace.
Okay. And what is the best crystal for wish fulfillment?
Wish fulfillment, I would say, again, like a rose, um, clear quartz, or a labradorite. This is a labradorite which has a fire in it, and which is actually called a magical stone. This is good
Wow.
for making your wishes come true. And also an amethyst is also good for manifesting, so that's your wishes coming true.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I used to just you saw that amethyst bowl
Yes, I
yesterday? I love it so much. Sometimes I mean I just hug it. Okay, she's gone. Hello? Okay. So I used to just hug it. I love it so much. Okay.
I know, I saw, it's a beautiful piece.
Somebody's asking which crystal is best for teaching field and to start a new business. I'm reading out the questions so that the people on Insta can hear what are the questions that's coming on YouTube. And Meena is asking, are you supposed to wear these or keep them in the house?
uh,
I
i
she
feel
just said both.
I feel that you could keep them in the house so that they remain in your space. They also emit energies. You don't all the time need to wear them. And but yeah, if you do find a nice bracelet that suits you, you can wear it for few days and then remove it yourself. But having them in your space is also a cool thing to do.
Okay.
It works on you. And what was the other question you said, Guinea?
Uh, Meena asked, are you supposed to wear them or keep them in the house? And what was that? Teaching field or starting a new business?
Teaching field or starting a new business. You could use a carnelian, and for teaching is you can use an amethyst.
Okay. Okay. So Amit has written that she is an excellent sleuth. Okay, that tells me if supposing you want to, expose someone or you want to know somebody's secrets, are there any crystals for that also?
To know somebody's secrets.
Yeah, truth maybe, or for justice. Are there any crystals for
I
justice?
think there could be a combination of crystals that you could have. Like you could have combinations of maybe a carnelian and an agate and aquamarine um, and also a lapis, because lapis is related to your throat chakra, and it's also gives you like an insight into somebody's mind. So that would be a right thing. I mean, I've
I'm going to
I've
get
never
a big
really
one made
thought
now.
about it. I've never really thought about this, like making someone speak the truth.
I'm going to not only wear one, I'm going to gift everybody one so that they can wear it. Okay. Which crystal is good for
You
the
could
health?
actually use it. No, see, basically, if you want to prove someone right or wrong, or like you want the truth to come out, but so but that person will have to wear it, right? So wear a kyanite. A kyanite is very karmic, so you could have wear a kyanite where then Nina is asking to expose backstabbers. So that's a tough thing, because one will die and another one will sprout up. So you can't get rid of backstabbers. But yeah, kyanite is good for karmic lessons, to learn karmic lessons, and to teach karmic lessons also. So you could make a grid out of kyanite and few of these combinations and keep for your the justice that you seek. So you could do
I
that as
am
well.
definitely getting some kyanite and lapis very soon. And
There's a big lapis. You could have this if you want. It's a huge one.
I have tiny, tiny, many lapis. I mean, I've got so many around. I don't even know their names. I just pick them up because I like them. But once I know better, uh, maybe I could use them rightly. So, what is the best crystal for good health?
Good health. I think the one for good health would be to purify your system and to have a good health is to have again clear quartz.
Clear
It's good.
quartz.
Yeah.
And crystal for removing negative energy.
And you could use an malachite also. The malachite is not easily available in our country, and it's expensive to get a big piece. But you could wear a combination of that. Malachite
You
is
have a
also.
malachite. Can you show everyone how that
I have some in my
looks?
water bowl. I can show you. It's like this. It's like these. These are the ones. These are the malachites ones.
Show here. Okay, they're greenish in color.
Yeah, and I have not taken out a larger piece. I have a huge one, this big. It's like an egg shaped, but it's
Uh-huh.
like this. It comes from Africa, and
Hmm.
they are very good for your health, and they also good for your heart chakra, and
Oh,
they also good for your for growth. So it's used in healing your heart chakra, and it's also used in um, a money combination. So you'll see that there's malachite in this money magnet. So when you do
so
a money grid, you use an
you just
malachite
spoke
also.
about chakra. Uh, is there something that you use to heal the chakras or activate the chakras, or is there any particular crystals that go with each and every chakra? Can you talk a little about that?
Yeah, for chakras, basically, I mean, most of us know that. Um, See, Meena is asking what is a tiger's eye for. She doesn't need it. She'll get too aggressive if she uses a tiger's eye.
Yes, she just spoke about it some time back, but unfortunately, you couldn't hear it. So, what she said is that the tiger's eye is to give you confidence, but if you're already confident, it will only make you come across as very aggressive. So, you don't need it. That's what she's saying.
She doesn't need it. So,
Right.
coming back to chakras,
Hmm.
um, uh, you have different, like you know that you have colors for chakras. So for like a root chakra, you would have a red color crystal that's used. For
What is the
your
red crystal?
a carnelian. You could have a
Okay.
carnelian, a garnet,
Hmm.
and also you use grounding chakras for your root chakra. So you could also use a tourmaline, or obsidian, a hematite, or sometimes even a smoky quartz you use for a root chakra. But basically, most people know that you need to use a red color red color crystal for. You could use a ruby also.
You could,
I have a ruby here somewhere. I have a
hmm.
here. This is a ruby here. So
Yeah.
ruby you use an agate.
I was
Sorry,
wearing
you use a garnet, not an agate. Sorry,
I
garnet.
was wearing a garnet and a ruby, and because I feel I need a lot of grounding, and that's what you also told me yesterday.
Yeah.
And somebody told me to. In fact, I was wearing a lot of rings. I was wearing turquoise and labradorite and all that, but somebody told me to remove it, and some astrologer told me to remove garnet. And according to my numerology, I feel garnet was something that would have definitely worked for me. I think I'm going to wear it again.
Okay. Okay.
So,
So for
uh,
so for a sacral chakra, you wear something that's orange for solar plexus. you wear something that is yellow in color. And for your heart, you use green, but you use a pink rose quartz also. So you use an malachite and green aventurine, and you use a rose quartz. And then for the throat chakra, you use something that's blue in color,
Yeah, of
which
course.
is activates your throat chakra. So it's a sodalite, it's lapis. You use a turquoise also. So turquoise. So that's what I'm saying. Ki you could have it could have multiple properties. Like turquoise is used for protection. It's also used for spiritualness. It's also used to connect to your ancient gods, because it's basically mined in Turkey, and also it's used for your throat chakra.
Okay. What about the third eye?
So third eye, you use an amethyst. So though a lot of them do use a blue color, so they use even the lapis for the third eye. But
Sapphire
again,
also can be used.
yes,
Sapphire,
yeah, and amethyst also works excellently for your third eye.
third eye.
And then for the crown chakra, you could use a white one, which is your clear quartz. And then you
Okay.
go a little higher, you go for your soul star chakra, and you go higher on, and those also have, but
Okay.
you don't have to
What
spend
is
that time.
moonstone or pearl used for?
Uh, it connects you to your feminine energy. So basically, I mean, it doesn't mean that only females have to use it.
That's what
I
I'm
know.
wearing.
Yeah, I know, I saw that. So you don't need to be a female to connect to your female energy. So even a male could use that, and it could have a balance. And it's also used by people to calm them down. So so to use a pearl or an moonstone, because again moonstone comes in various colors also.
Yeah.
So you can
Yeah.
use that to connect to your female energy, to connect to Mother Earth and feminine goddesses also.
Okay. And what crystal would remove money blockages? This reminds me there's another question I want to ask after you answer this. Money blockages or blockages in life generally.
Okay, we'll deal with money blockages first. So money blockages has always certainly something to do with your root chakra, because that deals with your finances. So when you deal with your root chakra, and your root chakra is functioning excellently, and it's functioning in a balanced way, that's when you will not have a financial issue in your life. So you heal your root chakra, and you heal your finances, and you heal your obstacles in your money life, in your financial life.
So the same thing goes for love and relationships, harmony at home, peace at home. The same thing. I mean, what the green and the pink rose quartz.
For yeah, you can, yeah. So I would actually would go a step ahead and say that, that these are all outwardly things, okay, though they come from earth and they do attach to us. But if we don't clear ourselves of our beliefs, and of our subconscious thought processes that we have, then it will take a longer time for us to reach there. So it's like saying that, I will not work out, and I will not walk, and I'll not do any kind of diet, but I'll just wear a like a crystal, because it
Bracelet.
was shown to me, and I will lose weight. Yes, you will lose weight, but probably you'll need 5 years to lose weight, when someone who would wear a crystal, no, or you would lose 100 grams in like 1 month, or something like that. I mean, sorry for saying that, but so you need to put in your efforts.
Okay, Instagram is closed down. You continue, and
Okay, so
that. that reminds me, somebody told me once, a friend of mine who's also a healer, and I asked her about crystals, and she's like, crystals have life. Yes, no doubt they have life and they can definitely help. But what can a crystal do that you cannot do? Because you are a human being. You can talk, you can walk, you can do so many things that crystals can't do. And you can resolve. So you need to first make a resolve, or you need to take some actions. You need to do your karma. And you know believe, like change your belief systems accordingly. That is when a crystal is going to work. That's what someone told me.
Um,
So
So yes, I do feel that yes, what you're saying is also right. It's right for a person who probably has reached an level of consciousness. But here, when we are speaking of the entire population, where this is like having this is like an is like subconsciously telling them that yes, I can wear this and I can have um, I can have a, it's symbolic for them. So
right.
so that's how it works. So here we are not only talking of a particular kind of consciously aware people, but we're talking of people who want to help themselves. And I think there's nothing wrong that you start with wearing a crystal, and then you reach a stage where you use a you just imagine you're in a rose quartz and you feel love there. So it takes
Okay.
time to reach there. In
So
the meanwhile, let's
if somebody needs any kind of help, I mean, somebody has a relationship problem or is single, or somebody needs some help with prosperity or health, uh, do you how do you help them out? What do you do? Do you consult, or do you meet them, or do you do grids for them, or do you sell crystals, or what exactly?
Um, well, I would, yes, if they if they're willing to have a consultation. I mean, some people just say, "I know that I want this," and I'm no one to stop them. So fine. So you feel that you want like a rose quartz to do this, or you want a you want a amethyst to deal with it. Then yes. Otherwise, I would basically go with a consultation to see as to why that person has an issue. Of course, not do a session on them, not do a theta session or something like that, but do a scan to see what is ailing them and stopping them from doing that, because I feel that is the right way to go about it if you want
Okay.
to completely get the advantage of the stone that you're going to be using.
Do you use crystals for chakra cleansing and all that also? Like, do you do
Yes.
those sessions, therapy?
Chakra cleansing, yes, yes, yes. I used to do before the lockdowns started. Used to do a physical, hands-on healing, and
Huh?
during hands-on healing, the people do say that the best thing to do is to use different, as we discussed earlier, crystal for each chakra.
Hmm.
But you don't really need to do that. I use me clear quartz, and I use amethyst, and I sometimes use smoky quartz, and not big pieces, but to
Small.
keep them sometimes on you, like on you on the chakras, or just around you, and just to do a hands-on healing. Yes.
Okay. So if somebody has to put certain, say, or to attract prosperity, because right now and after the lockdown, that is what everybody is ailing from, financial issues, or they want to attract love. What is the crystal would you advise for them to use in their water or in their kitchen, or when, how often to cleanse it, how to cleanse it? So I think
Uh,
once you're done with that, we can end this session.
yeah, to have for love, I think the best crystal that we get in our country today is the rose quartz. So you
Hmm.
can use that, to use it in the water also, and to to have abundance and money and peace, you could use a combination of you could use in green aventurine with citrine and a tiger's eye and a malachite, and I use sometimes a ruby also with it, depending upon the person and what he or she wants. And but to have it in water, you don't need to have so many combinations of tumbles. So you could just use a citrine for your. It's because that gives you good luck. So basically, we all are
Oh,
in need of luck today. To
okay. So if you just wear a citrine bracelet or a huge citrine pendant, I think that should be enough.
Yes, you could, but to have real abundance, you need a combination of it. So you get a tumble of citrine, aventurine, a small pyrite, but don't put the pyrite in the water. So you have to ask someone whether you can. So don't put the pyrite in the water to drink that water. So that's poisonous. So you can't do that. So
Oh,
just because someone says you put it in the water, so you start putting all crystals in water, that's not done.
no, no, one sec. Pyrite, does it flake off? Because every time I wash my pyrite, there's a lot of residue of pyrite left.
Yeah, because it could be a residue, or the Indian pyrite has iron in it. So, I mean, our pyrite, so that's how our pyrite gets darker than the ones that you get from other countries. So that has more of iron in it. So you can't be drinking that water. So yes, it does leave a residue, and it leaves a lot of iron in it. So if you're going to put it in a glass and drink that, you can't do that.
No, no, I was talking about when I wash my pyrites, like full moon and new moon, I wash all
Yeah,
my
so
crystals.
pyrite does leave a residue. Like it's like selenite also. Like it flakes off.
Yeah,
Even a black
quite a
tourmaline
lot.
sometimes could flake off. So
Oh,
you can't put this in water and drink it.
okay. And
So
how
best is
often
to put
should?
a polished one only. Like if it's a tumble like this, like a
Hmm,
tumble which is
yeah,
clearly polished and it's
yeah,
rounded, and to take care that you do not just put the bottle to it. I mean, um, it might
yeah.
just go in.
Go in. What is a black hakik? Somebody is asking, what is that used for? What is a hakik?
A black, it's like a Suleimani stone, which is used to ward off evil, and to ward off. They say that it wards off negativity, and I would not like to name negativities because it's again all in your mind. So, but it's good for uh, protection from negativities.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask you about black magic. How does one uh, keep, yourself protected by evil eye or black magic, or if somebody has, because a lot of people believe in black magic. Uh,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I really do. So, but then
Yeah,
if
so it's
somebody,
actually a belief, as you just said, it's belief. So if you believe that the black magic exists, then it would happen to you. So how do the Westerners not believe that black magic exists? But you have certain continents on this earth believe that black magic exists. So let's just start and say that it's negativity. So any sort
yeah,
of negativity that we need to deal with. So there are a lot of stones that are there for negativity. You use um, um, an
black.
obsidian, you use a black
Absolutely.
tourmaline. This is the best stone to use. It comes cheap, and it comes, and you should use it with mica because it just reflects that. People use a lapis also for evil eye. So
Hmm. Okay. Right. So that was about crystals. Thank you so much, Neeta. A lot of
thank you.
people had been asking me about this, and I would want you to come back soon. Maybe in a couple of weeks, where I would like you to talk about theta or any other healing that you
Theta
specialize in.
would be nice. Many
Right.
people don't know about theta.
Know about theta. In fact, I have mixed reviews about theta. Some people said that it doesn't work, and some people say that it's miraculous. So I have kept myself limited to my numerology and tarot and astrology. So you would be a better person to explain about healing modalities. So we will come back with Neeta to know more about other healing modalities. Meanwhile, you all take care. Thank you, Neeta, for being
Thank
here
you
and
so much,
enlightening
Ginny.
all of us. You're
It
welcome.
was lovely being here.
Thank you. And anybody who'd like to get in touch with her, buy crystals from her, or get a healing session done from her, or a grid done from her, the number and the email address is scrolling down, and it is going to be below, below the YouTube link as well, the video as well. So please feel free to get in touch with her. Thank you. Good night. Have a great weekend. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.